All year round, Frontier Home Products and Design has what you need to make your home comfortable and beautiful. Relax on a new timber tech deck designed by Frontier's experts. A new fireplace from Frontier Home Products Fireplace Gallery adds warmth and serenity to any home. Beauty and versatility at Frontier Home Products and Design Center, 4213 Peachtree, East 5th, next to the Bayfront Highway.
Frontier Home Products and Design Center. Discover a new frontier.
PA contractor number PA039007.
Get paid to drive. Start a new career behind the wheel at the EMTA. If you are looking for a high-paying and rewarding career with full benefits and paid training, stop by or apply online today with the EMTA. Plus, EMTA riders can now enjoy free Wi-Fi on new, clean, and environmentally friendly buses to travel all over Erie County. Visit ridethee.com for more information.
Get on board EMTA. Get on board EMTA. Get on board.
Welcome to TalkErie.com's Joel Natale Show, Erie, Pennsylvania's daily podcast. Every day, we tackle the biggest issues that the Erie PA region faces. Stay informed and involved as we advance the narrative of Erie. Now, here's Joel Natale.
I'm glad to welcome back into the studio here from Oddity Productions, Danny Pakulski and Liam O'Brien. Close, Danny? Or
You got it. Actually,
I got
perfect.
it. Good. All right. Danny's the director. Liam is the producer of the new film, House of Eden, which is premiering on August 9th at 1020 Collective. Gentlemen, good to see you guys.
Likewise.
Great to see you.
And our own Hadley J. Bills figures prominently in the film, so jump in there and
Yes,
and
please.
we'll chat about it. Okay, and so all right. First off, let's get some baseline here. How often are you guys working on a project like this to this extent?
Well, I guess like the track record is about every 2 years at this
Every
point.
2 years?
You know what I mean?
Is it a side gig, or where are we at? I guess where are we at with filmmaking in Erie? Can it be a full-time gig, or not yet?
Well, I think that it certainly could be. At least for us right now, it's definitely like a very prominent thing that we're doing, but we got to pay the bills too.
Sure.
But I mean, Erie has such an amazing opportunity for film that I think in the very near future you could see a lot more people doing it full time. And when it comes to full time work, there's certainly opportunity as far as commercial projects and different things happening right now. I mean, we have a number of friends that do freelance film work here in Erie, and of course they're getting projects in other cities, but they're based here.
That's pretty remarkable. So let's talk about Oddity Productions. This is kind of your umbrella that you do these things, and talk about when you were here last. Talk about that project and the gap in between the last time you were here and now. Did you immediately start working on House of Eden?
I think I think so.
Yeah.
I mean that the one previous was such like a big endeavor, and that whole premiere was a lot of pieces coming together, and a lot of collaborations between people. We shot it with the virtual production on RIT. So this was. I think I was so excited because it was so different than the last one, and it was going to be all in this. We shot it all in this sweaty house last summer, so there was not the comfy soundstage that we shot on last time in Rochester, right?
Right.
But yeah, I was very excited. I'm
trying to remember when we did that show. Were we still on Zoom?
No, we
were here. Okay, I'm just trying to remember though.
It was actually just about 2 years ago. Maybe almost on the dot.
And so that whole thing was all about soundstage, green screen.
Actually, no green screen is the thing.
No
it was
green
virtual production.
It was virtual.
A new technology that the Mandalorian uses, or the Superman movie just used the volume to shoot on, which is like live green screen. It's a real screen, not a green
just
wall.
picture take a monitor, like a computer monitor, but make it the size of a wall or a huge wall.
It's all coming back to me now. And so you literally were shooting in front of that wall.
And so as you moved the camera, the screen also moved, and the actor could react to it. So it's better than a green screen.
So am I to assume that the budget on this short was a little less than that big old thing.
Yeah.
Because I mean, you were using some pretty modern technology.
Yeah, that
over
was
there.
cool. Yeah, but
Yeah.
but this is a really cool flip though. And
Well,
were
yeah,
so
because
excited.
the concept is
Yeah.
totally different.
Yes.
Yeah. And for us too, a big point of using the virtual production was to really showcase how investment in technology could really amplify the potential for projects. So you take a infrastructure like virtual production, put it in a place like Erie. Now you're just scaling the possibilities of shooting. And for this project, we really wanted to highlight the potential with crew and the amount of people and freelancers, art designers, production people that exist in Erie. So that if you're an independent filmmaker and you're looking for a very cost-effective way to create a project, there's no better place than Erie.
Yeah.
Wow.
So you don't even need the big fancy screen.
Sure.
You have the people here for it.
All right. So let's start with story.
Yes.
All right. House of Eden. Is this something that's been ruminating? And who wrote it? Did you write it,
I
Danny?
wrote it. Yeah. I mean, if I try to think back to like when the first seed of the idea came about, I mean, I can probably trace that back to like
Danny's
a decade
soul
ago.
is from the 70s. If you can't tell. So he's trying
Well,
to
I was going to
live.
say, were you in a fraternity in
No,
in
not at
school
all.
or anything like that?
I mean,
or
yeah, I mean, if I was, maybe after making this film, they would probably revoke my membership.
or any inspiration, like
We
other
were kind of,
movies or
around it. I mean, I love 70s. Like Liam was saying, like I definitely love that era always.
Okay.
And like when I was in high school and I saw, I think it goes back to School of Rock was. I
Oh
watched
my
it.
gosh,
Like
yeah.
I love that film more than anything, and that was when I first heard Led Zeppelin. And then once I heard that, it was like the whole world just it's like a curtain opened, and it's like, okay, now there's a whole sound that I didn't even know was possible. This
Right.
really cool band, and I don't know how they're making these sounds on the guitar, but and that's what got me into playing guitar too. And all
Oh,
that.
sweet.
So that kind of set me on the track to kind of want to build something in this world. So yeah.
So again, I'm interested in the process here.
Yeah.
So you get this idea for House of Eden, and does it start as a outline? Does it start as a short story?
So this
What's your writing process?
Yeah, this one started actually as a full feature-length film, like a 1.5 to 2 hour project, right?
You just started writing script and
Yeah, the
voices and characters
kind of came
and-
together, and
Yeah.
the characters came together, and the crux of the story is these two brothers, and that came together, and these other characters that sort of rotate around them within this. I watched Dog Day Afternoon, which is one of my favorite films. Have you seen Dog Day Afternoon?
That's
Al Pacino.
Pacino, right?
Yeah, and he robs that bank. I just think that's I don't know. There's something about the pace and the setup.
Well, I was going to say the grittiness of those films, of the
The
Pacino
70s,
films. That you think about The Godfather in the '70s and what is it, French Connection, and I mean, there's a lot to be said about that being kind of one of the golden ages of cinema, right?
Right. Yeah. So I mean, the idea came together, and then it was about, okay, well, here we are after our Portrait of a Universe, after our last premiere.
Yeah.
What's the next thing? And we want to make a feature film, and that might happen a year or two down the line. But it's like, okay, well, we need to prove the concept first. So House of Eden, this is a proof of concept short film that takes pieces of the larger story and condenses it down to be a sort of tease, and this is what we're going to use to hopefully be able to make a full story one day.
All right, so there's the narrative so that the viewer can understand what's going on, but then there's the whole ecosystem that you're operating in, right? Which is the how do I get this film made? How do I get investors or whatever? So how do you decide what are the proper vignettes from the larger the larger screenplay that you would want to go ahead and shoot in a short?
Yeah, well, the story actually lent itself very well to that because I would describe it as an ensemble thing. So
Okay.
it's about these 7 main characters. Mm-hmm. So for me, within the context of the full story, we get to know them and they change and all that. But for the short film, it's like, okay, well, to get the idea across, we just need to be introduced to each of these characters. We need to find out who they are, what are they like, why are they at this party, do they want to be at this party? In case of some characters, they aren't comfortable at the party, like Hadley's character. You're sort of like as an outsider character. But then it was just about checking in with each of these characters, setting up their story, their motivations, and then leading us up to the inciting incident, really. So that's kind of where the film ends.
At
I don't
the-
want
at
people
the
to be
incident,
upset
right.
when they watch it, and it ends on this cliffhanger. But it sort of
Sure.
ends on the inciting incident of where the feature film would be. Which
Well,
is-
and you're wanting the viewer to want more.
Exactly, yeah.
And the investors to want more,
Exactly.
right? I mean,
You just want to like really spark some curiosity and make people think, I want to know what happens next, and
Yeah.
make it meaningful.
So we'll talk about process here, but I want to cut to the chase of people can come and watch this short coming up here at the 1020 Collective. Talk about that. Yeah.
Yeah, so we're going to do our third premiere now, and
Wow.
it's going to be a really great event. Last time we had, I think, about 180 or so people come to the last one, so we're expecting somewhere around there, and it's just going to be a great opportunity to, show our creative work that we've put a lot of time and effort into, really highlighting like the growing industry now. The Film Office, Film Society is rebranded as Film Erie. They're going to be debuting a new screen that they're setting up at 1020, a drop-down screen that we're going to be the first project to be shown on it. So that's going to be a
a
fun
new
part
space
of
for filmmakers to show their work.
I love
Really,
this.
what I mean?
it. Yeah. And, in that, we're going to have a conversation before the screening, just talking about, the film and what went into it and the industry, as well as a Q&A with cast and crew after, just getting to know everybody involved and hearing everybody's story about it. And, of course, food and drinks, live music. It's going to be fun.
Liam, talk about it's $15 to get in and plus some fees through the Erie Reader, right?
Yeah, through the Erie Reader ticket page. You can find all the information on oddityproductions.com, or if you Google House of Eden Oddity Productions, you'll find it. I think it comes out to like $17, but
Okay.
It'll be a really good time. Food and drinks, live music, professional red carpet photo.
Okay.
We always encourage cocktail attire, and this time we're encouraging that, and or like 70s theme if you want. But ultimately, dress how you feel most cool.
It's a good date night. The photo is good.
Okay.
The photo
Red
will be
carpet,
professional.
and you
Oh,
can show
that's
your
nice.
friends. Hey, I just went to a film premiere.
I love it. I love it.
Fancy,
The cocktail attire, like
Right.
make your own interpretation.
Yeah.
All right, so let's talk process here. So you have the script, you whittle it down to a short, and then you start. What's next? Is it casting?
I mean, it's a little bit of everything, I guess. I mean, the first thing I would do is show Liam and Simon, who's like the third member, who's not here with us now.
Okay.
He's not dead. I mean, he's
Right.
he's
not with us
he's in
on
that
the
last
show.
instance.
Yeah.
But he's the cinematographer, so he's responsible for interpreting my madness on a script and trying to figure out, okay, now we can actually shoot this and
Make it look
Well,
good.
I mean, like location scouting. Did you already know where you wanted to shoot this?
Here's the funny part too is because this goes back to the earlier question you asked about, like, how did we do coming off of the previous project.
Yeah.
So for the previous project, we did original soundtrack for that, and we did it in this house with a guy named John. And John's house ended up being the house that we shot the film in. So we're there, we're recording the soundtrack in his basement, which is like a super cool little basement studio. And I'm like, hey, John, I have this idea for a kind of like Animal House 70s idea. Would you be open to maybe having us possibly shoot here? And he's like, that family's just a big supporter of the arts.
Yeah.
I can't say enough nice things about John and Gina.
And we didn't break anything.
Good for you.
Well, I think there was like maybe one thing.
Maybe one thing.
That was like $70 of damage. But yeah, we were like, I was just in the we were recording the soundtrack for the previous movie, and I was like, this house is perfect. And so that, I guess, was the location scouting of the film was kind of done after that,
Yeah, as a filmmaker too, like I think this is a really good saying for anything in life, but resourcefulness is the best resource, right? And as a filmmaker, like, you're always remembering cool locations, cool people, cool anything that you meet and find out in the world, because one day it just might come in handy for a project.
Okay, yeah, I was gonna say you kind of put these things in a back pocket. I mean, do you guys walk around with moleskin notebooks or something like that? Just, this is a cool shot, or this is a cool landscape, or this
I
is a
think
cool
all
house.
three of us are fans of the field notes things.
Yeah.
We keep those
Field
around,
notes, right.
or even just taking a picture on your phone if you see something cool, or
Cool shot.
just being open. Honestly, is the best, or one of the best things to do as a filmmaker. You just got to be open and keep your eyes wide open and see things around you that might be.
Be curious too.
Be curious,
Yeah, it makes me wonder, like, guys like you wake up too early in the morning, hear all the birds chirping. It's like, oh my gosh, I could do a Hitchcock,
We gotta shoot, yeah.
we could do a shoot with these birds
Right now.
chirping right now.
Or whenever it's foggy, I'm like, grab the
foggy,
camera.
Grab the camera. All right, so you found the location. When does casting kick in? I mean, again, you've got the script. You've got to get some people to talk this stuff. Like, did you know who you wanted your main characters to be?
I think this might have been a case. I can't even remember when we did the reading, because we were still trying to think, okay, maybe we could make the feature film, and we're just seeing it out.
Ironing out the idea.
Yeah, and like we were looking at the script and like, is it possible? And we did I believe we did the script reading, and I think this was before the short script even existed.
Oh wow!
Yeah. Yeah.
You guys read through the whole thing.
Yeah, and that's actually where we just met.
How many pages? Do you remember?
The original script would have been about 100 some.
16. I think it was
116. So yeah, 120 is supposedly the magic number,
And
right?
They say like a minute per page, so that's about
minute,
2 hours.
2 hours. Yeah.
So I mean, we had a good network of a couple actors that we knew already from working in the past. We met Hadley through doing that script reading, and we were like, well, this is kind of fitting the character perfectly. So we
right.
We was like,
Nice.
okay, might as well have you in the short.
Yeah, I read the script and I was like, oh my gosh, this is just me.
Yeah, it's like, I know this person well.
I'm really stretching my acting capabilities. Yeah, you weren't playing a 60-year-old Italian guy, right?
No, I was not.
So that's cool. How about the mains? How about these two brothers? Did you know immediately who you wanted to be?
One of the older brother character, who's sort of this enigmatic Jim Morrison, Manson-y kind of. This is where the film.
Okay, that's really scary.
Gets the darker.
Yeah. Jim Morrison and Charles Manson.
This is where the sort of darker side of it
Yeah.
comes in, and the where the fraternities might come after me.
All right. Yeah.
Well, it's sort of some of the themes. If I want to get into that, is like the hazing of it all. So the older brother character, who's played by this actor, to answer your question, Jake Ames, who we worked together in a previous film.
Okay.
So we just knew him,
right.
and he had the fit for this kind of creepy hippie dude,
Yeah.
And then the little brother was a process of I believe just doing a casting call, which we've done a few times. In
All
town.
right, tell me how that works, Liam, because are you literally putting? They used to put ads in Variety,
Right.
but how does this work in Erie, PA?
I mean, what we've done is first of all, at this point, we have a pretty long list of numbers, emails that we can reach out to. But posting on social media, getting the Film Erie to share it, other local film people to share, just kind of getting the word out that way.
Mm-hmm.
We usually have a really good success with that, and I'll tell you what, we have found such amazing extra actors throughout Erie. A lot of really cool people turn out for this because it's fun. You get to just see how movies are made. You get to hang out. Being an extra is pretty low pressure and very fun. And so we just usually just put it online, kind of get the word out that way. And now we've got a good list that we can also do some email outreach.
That's cool. And so people come in a cattle call, and you take some pictures and
we'll have
get them to read
we'll
some
have a
stuff.
form. They can upload a photo and some descriptions of themselves, and we can look through that really quickly and see who fits the look.
I do know what a part of Film Erie's trying to do too is they're trying to build databases of not just actors but any aspect of the filmmaking process.
Sound guys, grips, and electricians. Yeah. You need it. You need it all.
Oh, yeah.
And the more of that we have too, the more incentive there's going to be for a production maybe evaluating Pittsburgh or Philadelphia. If they can take a good road here downtown or a good scene by the beach or whatever they're looking for, like the mayor of Kingstown came to shoot on Presque Isle, on the bayfront here. If you've got all that infrastructure with Film Erie, you've got these databases, it makes it so much easier for their people to just reach out and say, hey, we want to shoot something on this date. We need now that's when we start getting into some of the economic impact of it all. We need accommodations, we need hotels, we need restaurants, we need all this stuff ready to go for our crew, for our cast. Wow. So there's a lot of impact that it can bring.
There's no doubt about it. And so the cast kind of coalesced after the reading, you would say?
Yep.
Danny? I mean,
yes, it did kind of come together. And I think that was a part of the key aspect of the film too is, going back to Dog Day Afternoon, I love the way that all of those actors, when they're, holed up in that bank, they start to develop their own friendships and their own way of interacting with each other. That was just I was enamored by that. So really, the cast, the ensemble of it, had to work. So once that all came together, it's okay, we got a good movie on our hands,
So it sounds creepy. It sounds dark.
Oh, yeah.
Are there moments, where you kind of do the safety valve of a little comic relief?
Oh, totally.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, the way you describe it is Animal House gone wrong. You know what I mean? So it's still,
okay.
It still
so
has
it almost has a premise of being funny at
it
times.
has the fun. We deliver the goods, so to speak, of when I'm going to go watch a 70s frat house movie. You want to go and you want to see the kind of craziness, the rock and roll and the drugs and all that. You know what I mean? So we're delivering the goods there, and there's fun moments, and there's disco, and there's the dancing scene, and there's all that. But then,
full disclosure, sex, drugs, and rock and roll are very prevalent in this short. So
this is an adult film.
definitely,
for sure.
yeah.
I was amazed. I was amazed at how do you shoot in the modern era what's so dark? I mean, are you literally just opening up your iris to and keeping the lights off, or are you lighting it and closing your iris?
oh, you mean like?
I mean, literally, it's
it.
very dark.
Like contrast.
Contrasty, yeah.
Well, that also kind of going back stylistically, trying to capture that.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of movies, I don't know, they aren't colored the same, and they're all. They lack just like a palette, you know what I mean? They're afraid to do something dramatic now, you know what I mean? And whereas you would watch like Citizen Kane, and half the screen is in shadow. It's like it's so fascinating to watch a shot that unfolds like that. Or if you go to the, I talked to Simon about this, the cinematographer. We want to go for that sort of Godfather style, which is that chiaroscuro kind of shadows and like yellows and reds and light kind of bouncing off faces, and I think it fits the aesthetic of the film and like this dark frat house very well,
Quickfill gasoline is made right here in America. United Refining Company, who operates Quickfill, refines its gasoline from North American crude oil in Warren, Pennsylvania. When you buy United Refining Company gasoline at Quickfill, you keep jobs and businesses in America. And you keep American families strong. You don't need to send your money overseas when you buy gasoline. Buy American-made gasoline at Quickfill. Quickfill, driving America.
You have been called
to do good,
to feed the hungry,
to love with action,
To be a light in the darkness.
to love your neighbor,
to teach wisdom,
to walk humbly,
to love mercy,
to care for the least of these.
Will you accept the call?
This is our city.
our mission.
Visit eriecitymission.org/volunteer to accept the call today.
Let's talk about this, brought in 30,000 feet for a second here. The idea for independent filmmaking and like even getting distribution is a lot easier than it was, let's say, in the 70s, isn't it? I mean, you can get on Amazon Prime or one of the streaming channels.
Historically, it's kind of gone in different ways of like, during the 70s, there was kind of an independent movement, and you get people like Martin Scorsese,
That's
coming
true.
around,
and it might be, it may not be a mainline theater, but it may be an off theater or whatever, right?
And there was one in the 90s, and now I think we're kind of entering one post-pandemic, post-strikes, AI world. We're kind of entering, maybe the studio system isn't the way to go. Maybe independent's the way to go. You know what I mean?
Interesting.
And then, as far as like the access to distribution, streaming service obviously changes everything. That's the business now is streaming. Although, I mean, theatrical still is a something to be talked about. It makes a lot of money, theatrical, and often the stuff does better on streaming if it does have a theatrical thing too.
Yeah.
Right,
We love the theater. It's all about the experience.
No doubt.
Keep going to the movie theater. Yeah.
We were at the latest Mission Impossible. Again, you can't watch Mission Impossible on an iPhone. Please don't do that.
Don't watch House of Eden on an iPhone.
There you go.
Watch it in 1020.
Watch it in 1020 on August 9th. But I mean, even they get a big star like Tom Cruise to come on before. We're just thankful that you're here. They're really
he's good at
pushing.
advocating. Yeah. Because a lot of people just want to stay home, but you want to go see with other people in the theater, and you want to see.
We just got to make sure people are at their best behavior when they.
That's the worst.
and leave their phones shut off.
Bugs me.
All right, so we're going through the process here, and you mentioned how you found the home, and is that Is that a plus, or is there also minuses to say, hey, we're going to shoot in one place? Does it? I mean, when you limit yourself to one particular palette or one particular canvas, if you will, how is that as a filmmaker? Is that a good thing for you?
That house, I mean, it made the whole film seem cohesive, and there was actually a couple other locations that we snuck in there.
Gotcha.
That, you can't tell through cuts. It just looks like the same place. You know what I mean? But I think shooting in one place is always going to be a good thing, because you can, if it's necessary. This happens more so if it's a feature film and you're on the shoot for 2 months or something. If you need to go shoot something again, you can go back and do that scene again. Right, if you're like, okay, our movie's kind of like evolving as we're shooting it. You know what I mean? Because you only do it once. It's not like a play where you can change the performance each night. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah.
So sometimes like stuff like that, but yeah, just keeping the whole thing cohesive with just the look of the house was helpful.
Did you have to do any construction, any false floors or walls, or
other than just like kind of invading their home for 3 days and like rearranging some furniture a little bit,
yeah.
Taking down the family photographs and replacing it with
frat
frat photos and empty
old
beer
style
glasses.
Beer signs and whatever. Wow. All right, tell us about the shoot. How did it go? You guys are saying that you become a family, with the cast and so on.
Yeah, I mean, it's like summer camp. Everybody's together for those days, and it's just a really great experience. So the shoot went very, very well. I mean, we got everything we wanted.
When was this? This was
last July.
July.
Yeah.
So it's been a year.
Just about a year. Yeah.
Wow. And again, you said it was a hot one.
Oh, it was right during the little heat wave in the middle of July. But
and our costuming was in the attic of the house, so it was very hot up there.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah. I guess I was going to say, too, just really quickly going back, you asked if it's easier or harder to do one location. As, independent filmmakers, especially when budget's limited, because it usually is, locations are when it starts getting more complicated, more shoots, more setups, more time. So if you're, an independent filmmaker and you have a limited budget, you really want to try to be as effective with the time that you're spending. So one location can be really advantageous, especially if you can get different looks and different scenes in one spot.
Absolutely. The what does it take to get a scene? You hear about the classic stories about Marilyn Monroe taking 45 takes, or I don't want to pick on the women, but Elizabeth Taylor or whatever.
Stanley Kubrick is famous for making people do
them a lot.
Like
I've heard that.
Take,
yes.
I don't do that. Right, Hadley, I was like just so angry and making her do like hundreds of takes. Do it again. No.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Isn't it Spielberg's line, faster and more intense? Isn't that one of his lines?
The easiest directing note that you can give is faster, funnier. I think he said.
Faster, funnier.
Faster and funnier.
There you go. Yeah, pick up on that. Talk about Hadley. Your experience in the shoot. Again, they probably have to get long shots and close-ups, right? I mean, aren't they, kind of, hold on a second, we got to fix the camera, or that light is messing. I mean, how do you keep your composure in the zone as an actor?
I guess it was just like rereading the script in between every single take that we did, just to keep my head in the game while they were fixing things. There were a few times when it had to be adjusted, and it took a little bit. Just to get the angle just right and things like that. But Howard and I just reread the script whenever that would happen, because that's who I did the scene with.
Okay. Well.
Yeah.
And again, was the heat an issue? I mean,
a little bit, yeah. It was very hot, but my costume wasn't that bad because I was just in a t-shirt and I mean, the jeans were actually kind of breezy, so it was fine. But I feel bad for the other cast members because one of them was in a really thick sweater.
Unfortunate.
Yeah.
Yeah. The I mean, what about that? You never know if you're gonna have a technical issue or you gotta change chips. And what did you shoot this on? Was this a red camera or
what did we shoot it on? I think it was a Blackmagic camera.
Blackmagic, okay. 4K, probably. Yeah.
Oshine was here.
Yeah.
AKs,
okay.
Yeah, but when you're in there and you have these days that they're scheduled out to a T beforehand.
Pre-production.
This one we stuck pretty well to it. Sometimes we're not as lucky, but I think we did a pretty decent job of getting ahead of issues.
What was call in the morning? Were you guys starting early or?
It was like 8.
That's not bad.
But the film takes place at nighttime, and for the house, what we did, we just
covered all the windows.
With you just buy like garbage bags and you just cover every window, and now it's nighttime and you can show up whenever you want. Because I don't like doing these shoots where people wake up at 3 in the morning to go to work.
Oh yeah, right.
Yeah, and it's really all about pre-production. I mean, if you dot your I's and cross your T's, right?
Yeah.
You get there on a shoot day, everybody knows what they need to do, and there's a schedule and there's a time for setup, so that by the time you've got actors and you're calling action, it's ready to go.
Our team is pretty well oiled. Like we have a good like going back, like the community here we have. That we've worked with, a number of times.
Do you
now.
usually use an AD and an assistant director, or
not
not
really?
so much?
Not too much. I kind of.
they're usually the screamers on a set, right?
Yeah, we kind of trade that role sometimes. I've definitely had it before.
You've had the AD
I've
screamer
had
role,
kind of like an AD role before.
No screaming. No, but
we're pretty sharp, and it was we had a really good family. Like it was,
Nice.
it was no. Maybe a few times it gets stressful, but overall it just feels like you're just hanging out.
Yeah.
So how do you know? I mean, how do you know? Like we got it all.
You don't.
You don't. I guess.
Like I mean, you're
checklist,
checking off the checklist, and you're like, okay, we've shot everything.
And
we're pretty confident that the sound is okay, that the gate is clear.
Check the gate. Yeah.
Check the gate, right? Classic. So then you're like, you have to at least take a breath and say, okay, we're done shooting. Time to go to post.
Yeah.
Or is
you
that
kind of review it as
joy.
you go. You'll
the
do,
dailies
like,
or
the director of photography or Simon will go through and like scrub through a shot real quick and like take a look at it, listen back to the sound. So they're kind of validating as you go. And we've got the checklist, and we'll get backup shots, and we get 3 good takes maybe per shot just to make sure. So there's a lot of kind of.
So you can end the shoot confidently that you've got what you need.
Yeah. Because at that point, like you go over the film like every night before you shoot it. You know what I mean? So you know what you want to get. You know what I mean?
All right. So you go into post production. What does that look like at our level here in Erie? Do you have an editor, or is that all you?
Yeah, that's
Danny?
me and Simon. Yeah,
it is Danny and Simon.
But that's the independent way.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. And what are you editing on? What do you use?
DaVinci Resolve, which is kind of just industry editing system. Premiere Pro we've used in the past.
Is this on a Mac platform?
This is
DaVinci?
on
what is it,
what do you call
Linux?
Windows.
Oh, Windows. Okay.
Yeah. PC.
Just PC.
Okay.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Just a big beefy one, huh?
Just a big old PC. It can run it. Yep.
Wow.
And we just take, it was 3 shoot days, I think. So, Simon compiles all the footage, and he gives it all to me, and I think it's like 3-4 hour chunks.
Okay.
And you click play, and you just watch every take over, and you see what worked, what didn't work. It's very meticulous, but I don't know. Editors are kind of crazy.
So you're getting. You have 4 hours. You're saying 3 4-hour chunks.
So it's almost
you have
we
like
shot
12
like 12
hours
of
footage
to make a 20-minute.
It's a 20-minute short.
Yeah, 18 minutes. Yeah. By the end of it,
takes time.
Wow.
It's a very patient.
And
process.
then not even to mention the music and everything else.
Right.
And then the whole
so you score it, and then you have featured songs in the film, right?
Mm-hmm. Well, it starts. Talk about the music process.
Yeah.
I probably had like temp songs to start, which was like Led Zeppelin and War. The band War.
Sure. Yeah. What is it good for? No, just.
No, that's Edwin Starr who has the song War.
Yeah, right.
But yeah, just temp tracks in there, and we even use some of those on set when we're filming, just so the actors can get the tempo, like the dancing scene. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But that just starts with, again, me in my bedroom, just with a guitar and, strumming along, trying to find what works, trying to find cool riffs, and then as soon as I can, because the alone in your bedroom with the guitar can be a little bit frustrating.
Yeah.
Because you don't know what's good. Again, you don't know what's good. How do you move on? I try to get that song, that skeleton to a band as soon as possible, and now we jam and we see how does this fit the scene, and you're always the North Star is the image. All we're trying to do as musicians, because now I can take my director hat off and my editor hat off. All I got to do as a musician is I got to help the story that we're seeing on the screen as a guitar player. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Don't get in the way of that. So that's the process for the music, is how do I add to what I'm seeing on the screen.
So you're like a triple threat. You're you're
like
directing.
We save a lot of
music,
money with
Right.
and you're editing. Wow. And do you have thematically what you want to, what you want the music to convey?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you have that on the front end, don't you? Really?
Yeah. Well, in one of the cases, so there's 5 songs that you're going to hear in the film. One of them had to be done before we shot because you see the characters performing the song. They're musicians in the context of the film.
Gotcha.
One of the 7 main characters is a singer. So that was already pre-planned, and that's Marley Grace Tressler who did that character, and she wrote all the lyrics, and she was amazing. She sung that, and
I even helped with like the last part because she couldn't come up with anything.
Yeah, you guys were working on it a little bit.
Yeah, so like the day that we were gonna shoot that part, like Marley was like, "Can you help me come up with something?"
And so, did you have like bass tracks in your ears while you're shooting the performance?
We played it live while we shot it.
Yeah.
It was really cool.
Yeah. And then
I'm trying to think of what film did that. I think that thing you do.
Probably, yeah. To bring up something that was shot
I think
here,
they played live on the set, which is nutso. Yeah, that's not easy, is it?
Well, okay, I should say we played it live, and then later we recorded a studio version.
Right?
That's
yeah, you
enhanced
enhanced it.
That's going to be placed on top of that. Yeah,
but still, you played it.
We were there. Yeah.
Wait, I mean,
it's nuts. Yeah.
I mean, you guys went the extra mile
it's the real
with
deal.
all of this.
I think, yeah, but the point to say with all this too, I would love to drive home, is that the beautiful thing about film is it's all these disciplines that get to come together.
Right.
And you get to see you get to see costumes and writing and music and acting all come together in one spot.
I love it. I do want to play that song here because we're running out of time. Let's go to this song. Tell us a little bit about it.
So this song this appears right kind of in the smack dab in the middle of the movie. It's one of those lighter moments where we see some of the characters kind of hanging out at the party, and this is a disco song. We needed to come up with a song that was sort of in the style of War, Earth, Wind and Fire, any of these great disco bands. And so
locals.
That was the base of it, and we found our local musicians. We have Preach Freedom of a One World Tribe fame, who helped us out, wrote all the lyrics, wrote the melody, just like totally enhanced the whole thing.
This is called
yeah, it's totally in the style of War. It's I Wanna Be With You.
All right, let's get back to it here. A little guitar solo there, and I love it. I preach freedom there on the lead vocal. I want to be with you, and boy, that does say 70s, doesn't it? Like 70s R&B, you know,
yeah, funk. Yep, that whole world, the whole war. Kind of want to be with friends.
Oh my gosh.
I want to. Why can't we be
why
friends?
Why can't we be friends? Yeah, that's fantastic. Very authentic. And again, it's prominent here in this film that is being premiered on August 9th, 1020 Collective. Tell us again how to get tickets, guys.
So just Google Oddity Productions or go to oddityproductions.com. That's ODDITY Productions with an S.com. And you should see a link right on our homepage. You can go to the Erie Reader ticket site, $15 ticket, and it's going to be a great time.
I got like a minute or so left. Let's blue sky a little bit here. We've got this premiere. It's an 18-minute short. It's basically... it's going to give you enough to want more. It's going to give you wet your whistle. Wet your palate. So, what are the what ifs? Right? What are the options for you guys if this were to where does this need to land for you guys to go to the next step? Or do you have it in your capacity to just do this with a couple of funders or whatever?
Yeah, I mean, easiest thing would be to win the lottery. That'd be the first thing.
Boy, that makes everything easy.
Second thing would be to really just build a nice case and a good proof of concept and a good roadmap for shooting it and distributing it and just getting people interested and invested in this idea of doing a premiere or doing a feature film. I mean, here in Erie, and really.
What does that look like? I mean, seriously, if you had people that wanted to invest and maybe actually try to see a return on the other side, or just break even or whatever. Yeah, are we talking $2 million, $1 million? What can?
Well, I mean, in the era of the multi-million-dollar superhero franchise,
right?
You know, a film like this, I mean, at an independent level, is less than $1 million.
Less than $1 million
in Erie, yeah. And what you're doing to maximize the economic impact is nuts. To put that kind of production in a place like this.
Right. Yeah,
and like being in Erie allows you to maximize that budget in a way that being in a place like LA might not be so accessible just because of the cost. So for us, it could look like making a crowdfunding campaign in addition to like a share,
like a Kickstarter
shares.
Crowdfunding. Yeah.
You could just go to like more, larger investors or places like that. I mean, there's a lot of different strategies you can take. I mean, there have been people here in Erie who've done it before, like John Lyons did a really great job with his film. So there's options there, but it starts with getting a really great proof of concept, getting a really great idea flushed out.
And do you have to, when you're thinking about marketing this, do you have to think about, okay, who's my target audience? I mean, do you have to use some of those Hollywood types approaches of who are we wanting to show up at the movie theater?
It helps, but what we kind of have done is really think about, there's got to be at least 1,000 people in the world like us that would really enjoy this. And if you can make something that you would really love, then there's many billions of people in this world. You're gonna find other people that like it. So kind of leaning into our own interests.
I love it. Liam O'Brien, Danny Pakulski, the folks behind Odyssey Productions, House of Eden, August 9th. The premiere is at 1020 Collective. Go to their website, Odyssey Productions. Oddity, excuse me. OddityProductions.com.
Perfect.
And that's where you can get the tickets. Thank you, guys.
Thank you, Joel.
Thank you very much.
You got it. So much fun. I appreciate
Always love
that.
being on.
You've been listening to The Joel Natale Show, Erie, Pennsylvania's daily podcast from TalkErie.com. Subscribe to our show on your favorite podcatcher and get involved by emailing joel@TalkErie.com.